Hi students, I am your maths teacher. In the last class, we saw about Wyatt's formula and formation of polynomial equation. Today, we are going to see about the nature of the roots and nature of coefficients of polynomial equation in exercise 3.2 and 3.3. First sum. If k is real, discuss the nature of the roots of the polynomial equation 2x square plus kx plus k equal to 0 in terms of k. Exercise 3.2 first sum. They are given you this equation and we are going to find the nature of the root. The formula for nature of the root is delta equal to b square minus 4ac. A, b, c. The value which is near to x square, the coefficient of x square is a, coefficient of x is b and c. A equal to 2, b equal to k and c equal to k. I am taking from the equation. Substitute the values, you will get the answer k square minus 8k. I am going to take k outside, that is delta equal to k into k minus 8. Since they are given you delta is real, I am going to equate it to the 0, delta equal to 0. So if I equate, I will get the answer as k equal to 0 and k equal to 8. I will get these two answers. I am going to draw a graph from minus infinity to plus infinity, 0 to 8. Since I am discussing with the nature of the root, I am going to compare this delta with less than 0, equal to 0 and greater than 0. The meaning of less than 0 means I should get a negative answer. I should get a negative answer. The meaning of negative answer is, when I am going to get a negative answer in this place is, if I am going to take the values from 0, between 0 and 8, if I am going to take a value, I must get a negative answer. 0 to 8, whatever value you can take. If suppose if I am going to take a value 6, imagine if I am going to take a value 6 for k. If I substitute in this place, delta equal to 6 minus 8, that is 6 minus 2 equal to minus 12. The number is not important. I am going to check only the sign, that is I am getting a negative answer. So I am getting an imaginary root. Delta equal to 0, that is the condition given in your question, and we have found the answer k equal to 0 or k equal to 8, that is equal real roots. The last one, delta greater than 0 means I should get a positive answer. You can take between these two ranges, you can take the values, that is minus infinity, less than k, less than 0. What is the meaning? You can take minus 1 from minus, you can take any negative number, you will get a positive answer. And similarly, from above 8, that is 9, 10, 11, etc. Whatever number you are going to get, you are going to take one. You are going to get the answer as positive. So, negative, equal value, positive. So, this is the concept of nature of the root. And this is the only sum which is based on nature of the root. And the remaining 4 sums are based on theorems. Before starting with exercise 3.2 second sum, we are going to see two theorems now. The first one is complex conjugate root theorem. So what is a condition, that is what is the concept they are telling in this theorem is, if z0 is a root of the polynomial equation means automatically conjugate, that is z0 bar is also a root. That is the condition they are telling you in this theorem. That is, next theorem, let p and q be rational numbers such that root q is irrational. If p plus root q is a root of a quadratic equation, if you see here, we are not having real part and imaginary part. Instead, we are having one value as rational and another in the form of root, that is irrational. If p plus root q is a root of a quadratic equation means, then automatically I can say that p minus root q is also the root of the same quadratic equation. What is the thing? Instead of conjugate plus a root q, it will be having minus root q. That is p plus root q root means automatically I will be having p minus root q is also the root of the same equation. And using these two theorem conditions, we are going to see the sums now. Exercise 3.2 second sum. Find a polynomial equation of minimum degree with rational coefficient having 2 plus root 3i as a root. Exercise 3.2 second sum. given 2 plus root 3i is a root with the rational coefficient. According to the theorem, automatically I am going to have 2 minus root 3i is also a root. Now, I am going to take, let alpha be 2 plus root 3i and beta be 2 minus root 3i. Even if I interchange this alpha and beta, it is not going to be a problem. Since I am having only 2 roots, I am going to get a quadratic equation, degree 2. Sum of roots, you are going to add these two values. Imaginary part will get cancelled. You will get the answer as 4. Product of roots, alpha into beta. It is of the form a plus b into a minus b. Here the value for a is 2 and b is root 3i. So according to the algebraic formula, I am going to get the value as a square minus b square. So root 3i the whole square. So what is the value for root 3 the whole square? 3. I square, instead of I square, I am going to replace the value as minus 1. Since the value for I square is minus 1, I am going to replace the value as minus 1. So after calculating, I am going to get the answer as 7. The formation of quadratic equation formula is this one. X square minus sum of root x plus product of root equal to 0. That is x square minus 4x plus 7 equal to 0 is the required answer. Exercise 3.2 third sum. Find the polynomial equation of minimum degree with rational coefficients having 2i plus 3 as a root. Exercise 3.2 third sum. Given, they have given in your question, they are given you as 2i plus 3. I am writing this as a real part plus imaginary part. That is 3 plus 2i is a root with a rational coefficient. So according to the theorem, definitely I am going to get 3 minus 2i is also a root. I am going to take this as alpha. Let alpha equal to 3 plus 2i and beta equal to 3 minus 2i. As usual, sum of roots, you are going to add. Imaginary part get cancelled. You will get the answer as 6. Product of roots, a plus b into a minus b, a square minus b square. You are going to calculate. The value for I square is going to be minus 1. You are going to replace. After the final calculation, you will get the answer as 30. 2 roots. So quadratic equation, minimum polynomial equation is going to be the quadratic equation, that is x square minus sum of root x plus product of root equal to 0. So the final answer is x square minus 6x plus 13 equal to 0. In this theorem, I am going to take the second part. If root p plus root q is the root of the polynomial equation with the rational coefficients, then the remaining 3 combinations are also the root of the same polynomial equation. They can give you anything. In this one, they are given you root p plus root q. Instead of that, you may have root p minus root q. Just you are going to change the signs. That is, we are going to have the 4 combinations here. So this is the idea of the theorem, and based on this, we are going to do exercise 3.2 fourth sum. That is degree 4 equation we are going to find using this concept. Having root 5 minus root 3 as a root. Exercise 3.2 fourth sum. They are given you, now only we saw the theorem. According to the theorem condition, we are going to do this sum, students. Given root 5 minus root 3 as a root. We are not having the imaginary parts here. If you see, I am having root 5 minus root 3 as a root. That is plus root 5 minus root 3. Now just see here. Plus root 5 minus root 3 they are given. இப்போ இங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா பிளஸ் இருக்கு, இங்க மைனஸ் இருக்கு. என்னோட நான் மீதி இருக்க 3 காம்பினேஷன்ஸ் எழுத போறேன். எப்படின்னா ரெண்டுமே பாசிட்டிவ். பிளஸ் ரூட் 5 பிளஸ் ரூட் 3, நெகட்டிவ் மைனஸ் ரூட் 5 மைனஸ் ரூட் 3. இங்க ஆல்டர்னேட்டா சேஞ்ச் பண்ண போறோம். அதாவது மைனஸ் ரூட் 5 பிளஸ் ரூட் 3. இப்போ the given root is plus root 5 minus root 3. The remaining 3 I am writing in this combination according to the theorem. Now how I am going to do the sum is, I am going to pair the roots 2, 2. I am going to take the first 2 and the next 2 as another set. Using the first 2 I am going to form a quadratic equation. The next 2 I am going to form a quadratic equation. I am going to get 2 quadratic equations. I am going to multiply. Now just see a student. Since root 5 minus root 3 is a root with a rational coefficient, I'm taking the first one, that is root 5 plus root 3 is also a root. You can take anything according to your convenience. You can take any three combinations. I'm going to write it as alpha 1 and beta 1. For our understanding, I'm just taking it as alpha 1, beta 1, or you can take it as alpha 1 and alpha 2. It is according to your wish. Sum of roots and product of roots. You are going to do the calculation, students. After calculating, we are going to get the answer for sum of root as 2 root 5, product of roots 2. You're going to use this formula for forming quadratic equation, and what is the answer I'm getting here is x square minus 2 root 5x plus 2 equal to 0 is going to be the first one. Similarly, alpha 2 I'm going to take it as root 5 plus root 3, and beta 2 I'm going to take it as root 5 minus root 3. Sum of roots alpha 2 plus beta 2. We are going to calculate. The terms will get cancelled according to the calculation. The answer what I'm getting here is minus 2 root 5. Product of roots alpha 2 into beta 2. That is, this is going to be in this form, a plus b into a minus b. Calculate, students. Just check the sign while you are calculating. A square minus b square formula I'm using. I'm getting the answer as 2. Formation of quadratic equation, x square minus sum of root x plus product of root equal to 0, and I'm getting the second equation in this way, that is x square plus 2 root 5x plus 2 equal to 0. From 1 and 2, we get the required polynomial equation as. From 1 and 2, I'm going to take two quadratic equation. I'm going to make some adjustment. What is the adjustment I'm going to do here is, if you see these two equations, the only difference is minus 2 root 5x plus 2 root 5x. I'm going to make an adjustment in such a way. X square plus 2, I'm going to put it in brackets. So I'm going to write in this form, a minus b, a plus b. In place of a, you are having it as x square plus 2. And in place of b, you are having it as 2 root 5x. This is going to be a square minus b square formula, students. Calculate. The final answer is going to be x to the power 4 minus 16x square plus 4 equal to 0 is the required degree 4 quadratic equation for the given sum. Exercise 3.2 fifth sum. This is going to be different. And what is the question given here? Prove that a straight line and parabola cannot intersect at more than 2 points. Exercise 3.2 fifth sum. They are asking you to prove that the straight line and parabola cannot intersect at more than 2 points. I am going to write it as proof. Equation of straight line. What is the formula? Y equal to mx plus c. And equation of parabola. For parabola, you are having 4 types. I'm going to take only this one. Y square equal to 4ax. Straight line, I'm going to take this equation. Y equal to mx plus c. And for parabola, I'm going to take it as y square equal to 4ax. 1, 2. I'm going to take this one. Y square equal to 4ax. In place of y, I'm going to replace the first one. That is mx plus c equal to 4ax by 1. I'm going to use a plus b the whole square formula, that is a square plus b square plus 2ab method, algebraic calculation minus, I'm going to bring this plus 4ac to my left hand side, minus 4ac equal to 0. And I'm not going to simplify, or I'm not going to find the final answer and so on, students. I'm going to frame a quadratic equation, that is x square, x constant equal to 0. If I'm going to get a quadratic equation, then I can say I will have only 2 roots. So this equation, and this is a quadratic equation, and this equation cannot have more than 2 points, 2 solutions. And that is a condition we are seeing from the first. Hence, a straight line and parabola cannot intersect at more than 2 points. Exercise 3.3 first sum. Solve the cubic equation 2x cube minus x square minus 18x plus 9 equal to 0 if sum of 2 of its roots vanishes. Exercise 3.3 first sum. They are given you this question, and also they are given you the root. The sum of 2 root vanishes. So according to that condition, I am going to take the root as alpha comma minus alpha. If I add these two roots, I will get the answer as 0. That is a condition given there. Since it is a cubic equation, we are going to take it in the form of 3. Alpha, comma minus alpha, comma beta be the roots. As usual, I am going to take the values for a, b, c, d, a2, b minus 1, c minus 18, d 9. I am taking from the equations. Summation 1 equal to minus b by a. What is the meaning of summation 1? You are going to add the roots. That is alpha plus minus alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a. What is the value? Minus, I am going to write it as it is, b by a. That is minus 1 divided by 2. Now we will calculate here, students. That is alpha minus alpha plus beta equal to 1 by 2. Cancel this one. You will get the answer for beta equal to 1 by 2. Coming to the next one, summation 2 equal to c by a. What is the meaning? 2 means you are going to pair. You are going to pair in this way. Equal to c by a. The value for c is minus 18 divided by 2. We will calculate minus alpha square minus alpha beta plus alpha beta equal to minus 9. You can cancel these two terms. Here you will get the value as minus alpha square equal to minus 9. Minus get cancelled. What is the value? Alpha square equal to 9, which is nothing but alpha is equal to plus or minus root 9, implies alpha equal to plus or minus 3. So for alpha I am getting the value as plus or minus 3 and beta I am getting the value as 1 by 2. So when alpha equal to 3 and beta 1 by 2, I am going to substitute in this place alpha minus alpha beta. What is the answer I am going to get here, students? Alpha 3 minus 3 comma 1 by 2 is the root. When alpha equal to minus 3 and beta equal to 1 by 2, I am going to get the values minus 3 comma minus of minus 3 comma 1 by 2. That is, what is the answer I am going to get? Minus 3 comma 3 comma 1 by 2. So the final answer, both the answers are same, only it is interchanged. So I can write like this. The roots of the given equation is minus 3 comma 3 comma 1 by 2. And this is the answer. Exercise 3.3 second sum. Solve the equation 9x cube minus 36x square plus 44x minus 16 equal to 0 if the roots form an arithmetic progression. Exercise 3.3 second sum. They are given you this equation and this is a cubic equation and the roots are in AP, that is arithmetic progression. Since it is in arithmetic progression, I am going to take the three roots as alpha minus d, alpha, alpha plus d. Even if you can take this as alpha minus beta, comma, alpha, alpha plus beta. No problem. For a notation purpose, I am taking like this. If you see, I am having three roots, alpha minus d, alpha, alpha plus d. But I am using only two symbols, that is alpha and d. Coming to the equation, I am taking A, B, C, D. A equal to 9, B equal to minus 36, C equal to 44 and D equal to minus 16. Coming to Wyatt's formula, summation 1 means, what is the meaning, students? Summation 1 equal to minus B by A. Summation 1 means I am going to add the roots. I am going to add the roots. After adding B by A, I am going to take the value from this one. After adding, I am going to get the answer for alpha equal to 4 by 3. Note this one. For two symbols, I am using alpha and D. I am using the symbol. For alpha, I got the answer as 4 by 3. Coming to summation 2 equal to C by A. Summation 2, what is the meaning of summation 2? I am going to pair the roots. That is alpha minus D. Alpha plus D means I am going to pair alpha minus D into alpha, alpha into alpha plus D, alpha plus D into alpha minus D. And that is the way I have written here. And if you see, it is in the form a plus b into a minus b. I am going to write this as a square minus b square. Calculate, simplify students. In place of alpha, I am going to replace the value as 4 by 3 the whole square equal to minus d square equal to 44 by 9. After simplification, I will be getting the answer for d as plus or minus 2 by 3. Students, if you see here, we are having the value for alpha. What is the value for alpha we got here? Alpha is equal to 4 by 3. And d, what is the value we got? Plus or minus 2 by 3. That is, we are getting two values for d. That is 2 by 3 one value, and minus 2 by 3. That is plus 2 by 3 minus 2 by 3. First I am going to take this one. Alpha equal to 4 by 3 and d equal to 2 by 3. And what is the root I have taken here? Alpha minus d, alpha, alpha plus d. Replace the values, you will get the answer like this. 2 by 3, comma 4 by 3, comma 2. And coming to alpha equal to 4 by 3, next one, d equal to minus 2 by 3. Again I am using the same root. I am getting the answer as 2, 4 by 3, 2 by 3. There is no difference between the answer. Only the difference is the answer will be reversed. 2 by 3, 4 by 3, 2. Here 2, 4 by 3, comma 2 by 3. Therefore, the roots of the given equation is 2 by 3, comma 4 by 3 and 2. Exercise 3.3 third sum. Solve the equation 3x cube minus 26x square plus 52x minus 24 equal to 0 if its roots form a geometric progression. Exercise 3.3 third sum. They are given you this equation, that is a cubic equation, and the roots are in GP. What is the meaning of GP? Geometric progression. General form of geometric, that is 3 consecutive terms in geometric progression is A by R, A, AR, and that is the procedure, and we are having a big chapter in that one. We are going to take only this condition, and this is necessary for geometric progression. Instead of A, I am using alpha, and instead of R, I am using lambda, delta. That is not going to be a problem. Alpha by delta, alpha, alpha into delta. I am going to take the values of A, B, C, D from the equation, that is A equal to 3, B equal to minus 26, C equal to 52 and D equal to minus 24. Coming to summation 1 equal to minus B by A. Add the roots. I am going to add the roots. After adding, I am going to write it in this form. That is, I am going to take alpha outside and the remaining terms I am going to write inside like this, equal to 26 by 3, equation 1. Summation 2 equal to C by A. Going to pair, that is 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1. Pair the values equal to 52 by 3. You will get it in this form. Full simplification, students. Alpha square, I am going to take it out. Inside I am not doing anything. Mark this as equation 2. Summation 3, you are going to multiply the roots. After multiplying, I am going to get the answer for alpha equal to 2. So for one symbol I got the answer, alpha equal to 2. Substitute that alpha in equation 1. We get equation 1 I am going to replace. I am going to get the value like this. That is, I am going to get an equation in this way. I am going to form a quadratic equation. So 3 lambda square minus 10 lambda plus 3 equal to 0, and this is in the form of quadratic equation. You can use formula or product sum method, students. You can use in any method. And lambda, what is the answer I am getting here is lambda equal to 3 and lambda equal to 1 by 3. And before that I found the value for alpha equal to 2. So when alpha equal to 2 and lambda equal to 3, I am getting the answer as 2 by 3, 2, 6. When alpha equal to 2 and lambda equal to 1 by 3 also, I am getting the answer as 6, 2, 2 by 3. Check these two answers. Both the answers are same. Only it is reverse. 2 by 3, 2, 6. And 6, 2, 2 by 3. Therefore, the roots of the given equation is 2 by 3, 2 and 6. Exercise 3.3 fourth sum. Determine K and solve the equation 2x cube minus 6x square plus 3x plus k equal to 0 if one of its roots is twice the sum of the other two roots. Since it is a cubic equation, we are going to have 3 roots, and this root is in the form, one of its root is twice the sum of the other two roots. Now we are going to do the fourth sum. Exercise 3.3 fourth sum. Given They are given you the cubic equation and one of its roots is twice the sum of other two roots. I am going to take three roots as alpha, beta and gamma be the roots. One of the root, that is alpha, equal to twice the sum of other two roots, that is 2 into beta plus gamma. So alpha equal to 2 into beta plus gamma. I am going to write like this, that is alpha by 2 equal to beta plus gamma. Marking this as equation 1. A, B, C, D I am taking from the equation. A equal to 2, B equal to minus 6, C equal to 3 and D equal to 8. Applying Wyatt's formula, that is summation 1 equal to minus B by A. What is the meaning of summation 1? You are going to add the roots, that is alpha plus beta plus gamma equal to, I am writing the values, that is for B minus 6 divided by A 2. In place of alpha plus gamma, I am going to replace the first one, that is alpha plus gamma means what is the value, beta plus gamma means equation 1 can be written as alpha by 2. So in place of this one, I am going to replace the value as alpha by 2. You are going to do the calculation and the final answer you are going to get it as alpha equal to 2. Coming to summation 2 equal to C by A, you are going to pair alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha equal to 3 by 2. In place of alpha, you are going to give the value as 2. You are going to do a calculation in such a way, I am going to write it in the form beta plus gamma. Wherever I am going to get beta plus gamma, I am going to make an adjustment in such a way. 2 into beta plus gamma can be written as alpha. Replace. You are going to do the simplification, students. After calculating beta gamma, I will get the answer as minus 1 by 2. Mark it as equation 2. Coming to summation 3, you are going to multiply all the three roots, minus d by a, that is minus k by 2. After calculating, I will get the value for k equal to 2. So what is the purpose of doing this summation 1, 2 and 3 is to find the values, that is alpha, beta and gamma. I want to find the numbers. To find the roots from 1. Full calculation, this can be done in any way, but I am doing in this method. You can try in any other way also. From 1, we have this equation. I am going to replace, what is the value for alpha? Alpha equal to 2. Beta gamma equal to minus 1 by 2. You are going to make an adjustment in such a way to get the value. So, in place of gamma, I am replacing the value as minus 1 by 2 beta. Calculate, students. In this beta, I am going to write it in the form of quadratic equation. I am going to use the quadratic formula, that is beta square, beta constant equal to 0 quadratic equation. From this A, I am going to take it as 2, B equal to minus 2, C equal to minus 1. Quadratic formula minus B plus or minus root of B square minus 4AC by 2A to find the value for beta. After calculating, applying in the formula, you will get the answer as beta equal to 1 plus or minus root 3 by 2. And this can be splitted like this, that is 1 plus root 3 by 2, comma 1 minus root 3 by 2. Therefore, the roots of the given equation is 2, comma 1 plus root 3 by 2, comma 1 minus root 3 by 2, and they are asking you to find the value for k, and the value for k is 2. And you are going to try the calculation, students. If you work out and see the sum, you will understand the concept. Exercise 3.3 fifth sum. Find all zeros of the polynomial x to the power 6 minus 3x to the power 5 minus 5x to the power 4 plus 22x cube minus 39x square minus 39x plus 135 if it is known that 1 plus 2i and root 3 are two of its roots. If you see here, you are having x to the power 6. So definitely you are going to have 6 roots. In that they have given you 2 and the remaining 4 we are going to find it out now. Now we are going to do the fifth sum. Exercise 3.3 fifth sum. If you see the fifth sum, they are given you this equation and just see the power, highest power x to the power 6. So I am going to have 6 roots here. In that they are given you only 2 roots, that is 1 plus 2i and root 3 are 2 of its roots. So remaining I am going to find 4 roots here. So according to the theorem, if 1 plus 2i is the root means, then I can say 1 minus 2i is also the root. Similarly for root 3 is a root means, again I can say according to the theorem minus root 3 is also the root of the given equation. Here I am going to do a calculation in this way, that is their product is a factor of a given polynomial equation. So before that, what is the meaning of factor? Suppose if I am going to tell x equal to root 3, x equal to root 3. Just see the question now. If I am going to take this question, in place of this question, if I am going to replace the value, in place of x, I am going to replace the value root 3. இப்போ x equal to root 3, எங்கெங்கெல்லாம் x இருக்கோ அந்த இடத்துல root 3ன்ற வேல்யூவை நான் ரீப்ளேஸ் பண்ணும்போது எனக்கு ஆன்சர் 0ன்னு வந்துச்சுன்னா, நான் இப்போ என்ன சொல்லலாம்னா அது வந்து ரூட்டுன்னு சொல்லி நான் அந்த வேர்டை யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். ஸோ x equal to root 3 is a root means, then I can say x minus root 3 equal to 0 is a factor. இதுக்கு நேம் தான் வந்து ஃபேக்டர்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஸோ இந்த கான்செப்டை தான் நம்ம இந்த பிளேஸில் அப்ளை பண்ணியிருக்கோம். எப்படி அப்ளை பண்ணியிருக்கோம்னா 1 plus 2i, 1 minus 2i plus root 3 minus root 3, இந்த 4 விஷயத்தையும் கொண்டு வந்து இங்கே எழுதியிருக்கேன். நான் ஃபேக்டர் மாடல் எழுதியிருக்கேன். அதாவது x minus 1 plus 2i, x minus 1 minus 2i, x minus root 3, x minus of minus root 3. In each place I will be getting only negative sign, so see to that. In which combination, just I am going to do a simplification in such a way, I am going to arrange the values. I am going to take these pair, that is it is of the form a minus b, a plus b, and here also I am having in the form of a minus b, a plus b. If you see the calculation, you will understand and you have to go through it slowly, because this is the only sum we are having in the form of x to the power 6, that is the highest degree 6 equation. You are going to simplify the term. I am not multiplying the term. I am going to get two equations in this way, that is x square minus 2x plus 3 into x square minus 3. I am not going to multiply. To get the roots, the remaining 4 roots, I am going to keep in this combination. At last I was getting like this, x square minus 2x plus 5 into x square minus 3. So totally I have found already I am having 4 roots in my hand. The remaining 2 roots, I want to find the 2 roots. For that 2 roots only we are going to do the remaining calculations. That is I am going to use the long division method. What I am going to do is I am going to write the question inside, the original, that is a given question inside. In this I am going to select this equation, that is quadratic equation, x square minus 2x plus 5. You are going to solve, students, you are going to solve by long division method, and you know this concept and you have done in your 10th standard. You are going to try long division method. After getting a remainder as 0, you are going to see this value. So what is the top value I am getting here? X to the power 4 minus x cube minus 12x square plus 3x plus 27. I am going to take this equation, degree 4 equation. Again I am going to do another long division method. That is I am going to put it inside, and I am going to take this value out, that is x square minus 3. I am going to take it out. I am going to write in this place, that is numerator divided by denominator. You know the concept. And again you are going to do by long division method, and this value I need only this value, that is x square minus x minus 9. So totally I am doing 2 long division method here. So what is the value I am getting here? X square minus x minus 9. After getting this quadratic equation, we are going to use a quadratic formula, that is a, b, c, a 1, b minus 1, c equal to minus 9. Using the quadratic formula I am solving, I am getting this answer. So what is the answer I am getting here? 1 plus or minus root 37 by 2, which can be written as 1 plus root 37 by 2, comma 1 minus root 37 by 2. So the remaining 2 roots are this one. Therefore, the roots of the given equation is 1 plus 2i, 1 minus 2i, root 3 minus root 3, 1 plus root 37 by 2 and 1 minus root 37 by 2. Exercise 3.3, sixth sum. In that second question, they are given you solve 8x cube minus 2x square minus 7x plus 3 equal to 0, and we are going to get 3 roots here. Exercise 3.3, sixth sum. Sixth sum, I'm going to do the second part. They are given you this equation, they are asking you to solve, and this is a cubic equation, degree 3. I'm going to get 3 roots here. I'm going to use a normal simplification method which is used in algebra. First, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to give the values for x in such a way I should get the answer as 0. First, I'm giving plus 1. I'm not getting the answer as 0. Then I'm trying for minus 1. For negative 1. Minus 1 when I'm giving in place of x, if I'm going to replace minus 1, I'm getting the answer as 0. So I can say p of minus 1 equal to 0. That is, minus 1 is a root of p of x. So now only I told you, students, in place of x, if I'm going to give, if x is equal to minus 1 means I'm getting the answer as 0. So this is called as a root. If I'm going to shift like this, that is x plus 1 equal to 0. Minus 1 if I'm bringing here means plus 1. Then I can say this is a factor. And this place I'm not going to show you the 0. So this one only I'm writing here. In this place I'm writing, that is x plus 1 is a factor. Long division method. I am using long division method. Write this x plus 1 here. The original question I'm going to write it here. Using the long division method, calculate, student. After getting the remainder 0, just check the value here. I'm getting it in the form of quadratic equation. So to find the remaining 2 roots, I'm going to take this one, that is 8x square minus 10x plus 3 equal to 0. It is your wish. You can take product or sum, or you can do it by quadratic formula. You can try by any method, any 2 methods, and the final answer is going to be x is equal to 3 by 4, x is equal to 1 by 2. Therefore, the roots of the given equation is minus 1, 3 by 4 and 1 by 2. Exercise 3.3, last sum. Seventh question. Solve the equation x to the power 4 minus 14x square plus 45 equal to 0. Now we are going to do the seventh sum. Exercise 3.3, seventh sum. They are given you this equation and they are asking you to solve, students. What is the highest power? X to the power 4, x square constant equal to 0. What I am going to do is, I am going to replace, put x square equal to y. We get, just see this calculation, x square the whole square, that is x to the power 4 can be written as x square the whole square. Instead of x square, I am going to replace the value as y, that is y to the power y whole square, which is equal to y square. So in place of x to the power 4, I am going to replace y square. In place of x square, y constant equal to 0. Now if you see, the equation is in the form of quadratic equation. You can use quadratic formula or product sum method. I am using product sum method. After calculating, you will get the answer as y equal to 9, y equal to 5. But this is not the original answer. So for y, I have replaced the value as x square. Instead of x square only, I am writing it as y. I am just changing that notation. What is the value for y? X square. X square equal to 9, x square equal to 5. After calculating, I am going to get the answer as 4 answers because the highest power is 4. I am getting the roots. Therefore, the roots of the given equation is 3, minus 3, root 5 and minus root 5. I am getting 4 roots. Since I am having the degree 4 equation, I am getting 4 roots. Students, in this class, we have completed exercise 3.2 and 3.3. Take your own time. Understand each and every concept and then do the sum. Thank you.